Man, here it is, the 2026 Kawasaki KLE 500 SE. It's got all the bells and whistles. I want you to tell me if this is the first US ride and review you've seen. Let's get on this thing and see what it's like to ride it, and I'll give you some stats. Here we go. First thing we'll do is turn that key on. This does have the beautiful TFT. There we go. We'll start it up. Huge thank you. Let's turn that high beam off. You can see your high beam. And this is connectable to the Rideology Kawasaki app. You can see the Bluetooth session there. Man, huge thank you to Plano Kawasaki, Suzuki, Aprilia. Man, huge thank you, Plano Kawasaki, Suzuki, Aprilia. They always allow me to ride this stuff first, but I really want to know if you've seen a US review on these. I don't believe you have. The European market seen MCN and some other ones. I will tell you, this is very comfortable. It does have the Ninja 500 motor, which is in several platforms. Make sure I'm getting the right angle. A 21-inch front wheel. But man, this bike is $1,000 more, and I'll put that price up there, than the standard edition white one. And I'll show you the Kawasaki press video. You should be seeing it now. But what a bike for the money. I'm just going to tell you right up front, this feels like a full-size bike. I do have a 30-inch inseam. The seat height on this is 34.1. Let's get out there and go. But this would be a great beginner bike. This makes the 4751 horsepower, and what a comfortable bike. You can turn the ABS off there, but you cannot just turn off the back wheel. It turns off both. It does have your gear indicator. Everything is just working. You can adjust that windscreen. The rider position is so... I keep looking at my viewfinder. Had to move my camera before this video started. It was a little bit low because I've been riding some sport bikes. But this is basic. The Ninja 500 motor, the Z500, it's in many platforms. I will tell you, first gear reminds me a lot. Man, you do have a 300 millimeter rotor in the front. This bike is very manageable. It weighs 385 pounds dry with no fuel in it. But the number that you'll be interested in, stop real quick. The number you'll be interested in is the fuel number. You can take this off-road. The foot pegs on these do have rubber in them. This bike is super smooth. It feels more smooth than a Z500, but I'll tell you what, this Kawasaki 451 platform is bulletproof. Just absolutely bulletproof. You got your fuel gauge there. You can see the 2 miles on it. We're going to do the standard edition in the next video, so make sure, man, so easy to balance. But I'll be honest with you, I've rode a bunch of bikes in the last 2 years. It does not have the quick shifter, so you will have to use that clutch. But if you're good enough at rev matching, you don't even have to use it. It does have the metal supported hand guards, which you can see that there. It has 43 millimeter front forks, and they are non-adjustable. It does have a preload adjustable rear shock on it. It's super easy. Got that famous Kawasaki transmission that just works. I will tell you that second gear, when you come out of first into second, man, this thing handles so well. Wow. It does have plastic on it, but I can tell you the way they've done it, my legs are extremely close together. They're not spread eagle, call me crazy. Man, what a good handling bike. We're not going to take it through the corners like we're on a MotoGP track, but very impressive. This is the perfect bike if you haven't started riding yet. Very manageable characteristics. And you leave a comment what motorcycle you started on. But this bike is $900 more than the basic model, and you do get the TFT display. Super easy to shift that transmission without the clutch, which you'll learn that in your riding career. But if this bike fell over, it does have plastic sides. And I'll stop down here. Just don't want to stop, do they? Looking at me like I'm crazy. Sorry about that. Let's get off over here, and I'm going to walk you around it and just show you some quick things about it. Then we'll get back on it and take it back. Put that kickstand down, jump off of it. I've got a 30-inch inseam, and I can put both feet on the ground. But let's look at this. It does have black wheels on it. They are not tubeless, but it does have this plastic, so if you scratched it up, you could replace this plastic a lot easier. But there's that tried and true 451 motor. They are in hundreds of thousands of Ninja 500s. There's the bigger forks on it. You have a 300 millimeter rotor with a 2-piston caliper on it, Nissan. You have a single piston caliper on the back, and I believe that back rotor is 240 millimeters. But look at this bike. If you're just getting started, let me pull that up. This bike's got a bigger presence. You wouldn't think that it's a 451cc bike. The SE gets all LED lights, turn signals as well, but here's your metal guards. Those are nice. You should have already seen the price up here for the SE. You have these risers. You do have the fat bars, and it had a symbol on it. The bars. You can slide this up with some bolt adjustments there. But look at this 3 headlight system. Your high beam's going to be, that LED is super cool. It looks like some kind of superhero. Let's turn that high beam on. There it is. Make sure I'm getting close enough there. Look at that. Super cool. This bike does come with a skid plate. Let's get back on it and take it back. These are removable. It does have rubber inserts, and I will tell you, you almost can't feel any vibration in the bike. Very minimal. It does have a trellis frame, and you should have already seen that trellis frame in the Kawasaki video that they sent me. Let's get back on it and take it back. There's our ABS button. Hit that, turn the ABS off. Hit it again, turn it on. This only has one rider mode. Let's leave that on. There's your high beam indicator, which is pretty standard. There's your clock. Your water temperature, it is water cooled. Let's get back on it and take it back. The seat on this is really attractive. It's 2-tone, and I don't know if you can see from the rear, it's really slim. This is a metal gas tank that's 4.2 gallons with a lockable cap. Let's get back on it. And like I say, I'm kind of height challenged with a 30-inch inseam, and I can get it off of the side stand. I will tell you that I'm tippy-toeing. Let's start this thing up. But I imagine, and you could leave a comment, once the back suspension and front suspension get some wear on them, you'd get some sag. You could always take a spanner wrench and adjust that spring in the back to make the bottom more soft. You could easily slide these 43 millimeter forks up. So if you're height challenged and not 6'5" or 6'3", this is something you could work with. I would say you would need a minimum of a 28-inch. I would say you need a minimum of a 28-inch inseam to ride this bike, and even then, you probably need to plan on lowering the suspension or bringing it up in the bars. 4 nuts there, you could slide that up. I'm really impressed for what you get, the big bike look. But man, let me know any questions you have. Plano Kawasaki Suzuki, they keep this stuff in stock. They get it first. They're one of the nation's highest volume dealers. So as far as Kawasaki, Suzuki, and Aprilias, they move them. They're not married to them, and their information is always in the details of every video below the video. Man, I love that front brake. Just super easy to ride. You could ride on this bike all day. The seat is really comfortable. But man, I hope y'all are enjoying this. I'm going to ride the basic version, which will pretty much be the same, but I've rode the Z500, the Ninja. I've rode everything that Kawasaki makes with a 500cc motor. But man, give them a call if you're interested or interested in any Kawasaki. I bought a new car, that gray one. Man, I sold my Honda. I love that car. I am in heaven. I'm in debt, but my Honda was paid off. But look at this in the glass. Super cool. Man, Thanks for riding with me. God bless. It's been so fun. We'll see you on the next one.